Welcome back. You're watching the market, and the Nifty 50 is trading very close to that 18,500 mark, just a shade below that mark right now. HCL Tech under a tad bit of pressure today. It is the worst performer on the Nifty 50 today, down about 2%. But the company reported a strong set of numbers for the second quarter. In fact, PAT came in at 3,260 crore rupees, and the firm also saw a 38% growth in new deals, and that came in at about $2,225 million. They saw double-digit attrition though at 12.2%, but that was relatively lower than its peers. Remember, TCS came in at 11%. My colleague Nayantara Rai caught up with the management, and they spoke about deal wins, the rise in attrition levels, and a lot more. Listen in.
First is our services business grew 5.2% sequentially and 13.1% year on year. Yes, our product business declined, and product business decline, there was specific number of deals which slipped into O&D, and we expect a very strong quarter. What's even more important is our bookings, $2.3 billion, is 14 large deals. That's 36% up year on year. And our net addition was 11,135. This is the highest ever net addition that we've had ever this is the highest ever. So these two, the booking numbers and highest ever net hiring, are very strong reflections of the good growth momentum that we have in our services business. Product business is a long-term bet. It's going to take some time for us to understand all the dynamics that goes with it. And that's how I would summarize the quarter. I think it was a great quarter. Services momentum is very strong.
A quick word on the deal pipeline. Going forward, what are they going to look like? The color of the deals. Are they going to be mostly smaller deals? Or could we also have the likes of the Xerox, Ericsson ones?
See, we have, like I called out in the end of June quarter, the deal pipeline was at its an all-time high. Since we've converted some of the deals, it's a little bit lower than what it was at the end of last quarter. But if you want to just look at the overall deal pipeline, we have a very good mix of small deals, mid-sized deals, and large deals. So large deals have usually multiple service offerings that go into a particular client, and it's mostly led by consolidation and taking out costs to fund the digital transformation and then the digital transformation. That's the chain of large deals that we are seeing. And there is quite a good mix of all cross-section of deals. And it's also very important to see that a lot of our existing clients continue to scale because they're all investing in newer digital initiatives, and that's creating a good tailwind. And if you see our client category, almost all client categories increased. For example, our $50 million clients increased from 29 to 41, a growth of 12 on a year-on-year basis. So we see a similar trend across all client categories, which is really reflected in all the incremental spend that we are getting from our existing clients.
Prateek, if I can come to you now, what all of you tech companies are dealing with is, of course, attrition. You've also had to deal with an attrition. The point is, what is this going to mean? The wage inflation you're likely to see, battling of this attrition, which is, at an all-time high. What is it going to mean as far as the EBIT margin goes? This target that you have of 19 to 21%.
Yeah, Nayantara, this is one of the most happening things in the industry right now. In fact, in the last 2 to 3 quarters, attrition has been going up for all of us. There are various ways we are managing it. The good thing is, HCL's attrition continues to be lower than most of our other peers, significantly lower. And we are trying to take care of it as much as we can, despite that it is going up, by giving good variable pay, good skill allowances, good increments, of course, and doing all the right things, which actually started at the beginning of the pandemic, if you like. If you go back 18 months, the excellent care that I think the company has taken of every employee and their families has been instrumental in getting the company known better to its employees and families, and that I'm sure is helping us already and continue to help us in the future as well.
And I would also like to point out, Nayanthara, we were rated number 1 in the Forbes World's Best Employer list, number 1 globally across all professional services firms globally. So this is a big recognition for us, and we are really proud of that.
That's of course a really important feat, but my point is that going forward, what is it going to mean, right? Because now you're not just competing with the tier 1 tech firms, you're also competing with these startups, unicorns backed by billions and billions of dollars. You heard about the BMW Superbikes one was going to give. We heard about the Mercedes plan at HCL Group as well. So that's why I was wondering how is this going to play out?
Yeah, I think our employee value proposition is to really build a long-term career for our employees. The person who joins us right from the college, he joins with a lot of hope and aspirations, and we really shape it and build them into great technical professionals, great leaders, and we have got amazing examples. And our value proposition is a much more long-term association with the company, and long-term association also results in a very mutually beneficial association for our employees. I think that's strong, and that's why you will see our attrition, even in this situation, is fairly under control.
Okay, so you're describing it as fairly under control. We've of course seen all-time hiring of freshers as well. We'll get to that in just a bit. But CVK, the H2 has seen a strong ramp up in growth with about the $4 billion of deals. More color that you can throw us, especially for the next 6 months?
Yeah, I think our pipeline continues to be good, and then we will have, we expect for the full year to be having a decent increase from a year-on-year perspective. First 2 quarters, we've done very well from a year-on-year booking numbers. Even for the full year, I think we will have a decent uptick in the bookings, which is the right metric to look for momentum. And some of this will convert as we hire people, we execute, all of that.
Prateek, you've changed your...
Okay, some color there from HCL Technologies.